In the last episode of Stick the Landing, I gave you a simple introduction to the sandwich approach to communication. It's simple, but I really believe it's ingenious. When you have something tough to say, something hard to chew, the meat, you sandwich it between two soft, sweet, easy to chew statements. That's the bread. It's particularly helpful when you have tough, corrective information that you need to pass along to someone. In this episode, I'd like to introduce you to something called the SCARF, S-C-A-R-F model. And then I want to show you how easily it can be combined with the sandwich approach. First of all, what is the SCARF model? The SCARF model was developed in 2008 by Dr. David Rock. He's the co-founder and the CEO of NeuroLeadership Institute. Dr. Rock actually holds a professional doctorate in the neuroscience of leadership. I don't know of very many other people who have a degree like that. In his paper, SCARF, a brain-based model for collaborating with and influencing others, Dr. Rock explains that there are 5 specific areas of the human social experience that influence our behavior in social situations. These form the acronym SCARF. S, status. Socially, what is my relative importance to others? In other words, where am I in the pecking order? This roughly correlates to our sense of esteem. C, certainty. That's our brain's ability to predict patterns in social situations. You see, our brains love familiarity. They love clarity. They love predictability. Why? Because it just makes us feel safe. A, autonomy. That's our sense of control over our environment. That's that feeling of free will, of having a choice, having a say in the matter. R, relatedness. How connected we feel with others. That's our sense of belonging. And then F, fairness. How fair do we perceive the exchange between us and other people to be? That's the SCARF model. This model is based on neuroscience research that implies that these 5 things actually activate the same exact threat and reward responses in our brain that we rely on for physical survival, stimulating the same region of the brain as physical pain. In other words, our brain is sending out the signal that we're in danger. And so our brains then interpret a threat to status as a threat to survival, a threat to certainty as a threat to survival, a threat to autonomy as a threat to survival, a threat to relatedness as a threat to survival, a threat to fairness as a threat to our survival. Now that's pretty crazy when you think about it. This definitely could help explain some of those strong emotional reactions that we have in certain social situations, and why it can at times be so hard to control those. According to Dr. Rock, it's part of our nature and not something that we can just turn on and off with ease. On the other hand, when we feel rewarded in any of these 5 areas, our brains release dopamine, that happy hormone. And when that happens, we want more. So we seek out ways to get that reward again and again and again. So how would you combine insights from the SCARF model with the sandwich approach? It's simple, really. Remember, the sandwich approach is bread, meat, bread. So bread, first things first, your status here is not in jeopardy, and your future here is just as certain as you want it to be. Meat. That said, here's what needs to change, and you have complete autonomy over the process of implementing that change. Nothing is being imposed on you in terms of a specific behavior management protocol. Now, to be clear, the outcomes aren't negotiable, but the way you get there is mostly up to you. You get to choose how you learn and grow best. And then last, the bread again. This is a safe place. You do belong here. That's the relatedness part. And you can count on me to help you make this next season of growth and evaluation fair in every way possible. So, there you have it, a very simple way to give important, difficult feedback that's also careful not to threaten the recipient's sense of status, certainty, autonomy, relatedness, or fairness. So, the next time you have some tough, corrective information to pass along to someone, consider using the sandwich approach and then apply those SCARF insights. If executed properly, it could definitely help you to give that feedback and stick the landing.